Hey there, happy day 1245 of What's Up to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. And in 2021, a little bit back and forth, going from now on in the future, a little bit back to the offline world for a lot of reasons, which I won't go into today. So I want to talk today about self-improvement. Self-knowledge begins the journey of self-improvement or personal development. That was our idiom, that was our expression, that was our saying. That was the first part of a two-part sayings day for our annual challenge, our 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that centers us, from a little journal book that I got up at the cabin last summer. It's the fourth year that we've done an annual challenge. Why? Because I learned a long time ago, if I want to accomplish something with the least amount of pain and the fastest way possible, I break it down into little teeny tiny pieces, and I do something to move me toward that goal every single day. It can be a big thing some days, a little thing every day, at least a tiny step forward every single day. Now, does every step I take move me forward? Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. But it means I'm taking action, moving toward it with my intention of moving toward it every day. Sometimes I'll do something and it won't work, or it'll give me a setback, or something outside of myself will happen and it will slow me down because I have to pay attention to it. But every single day I'm doing at least one small thing to move me toward that goal. Now, I picked this particular filter today because I wish there were at least 9 of me, at least 2 or 3 of me over the last couple of weeks. And today is the final day I'm hanging out with by myself, my 4-month-old granddaughter, and then I actually did get help with my 6-year-old granddaughter, since I don't drive these days, taking her to summer school and to swimming lessons and things. But for the most part, while their folks were in Alaska, I was hanging out with my granddaughters, which is such an incredibly amazing opportunity. And I think I'll do a quick video, or maybe I'll share in tomorrow's, some of the lessons I've learned by hanging out with these amazing little girls. One is that I wish there were 9 of me so that I could get everything I wanted to get done when I want to get it done. But that's not reality, right? Reality is we need to pick and choose and set priorities in terms of what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, what we will work on, what we devote our time and energy to, and what just doesn't matter, we can let go, or what we put off to the future, or what we break down into little teeny bite-sized pieces to ensure that we're doing something every day. That's what my habits are. My habits ensure that I'm moving toward the things that I want, my big, hairy, audacious goals, my big legacy goals. Every day I'm working toward them automatically. I don't have to think about, okay, did I do something to make sure that I'm working toward my desired goals with respect to my health today? I don't even have to think about it because I've got habits and rituals and things that I automatically do every single day. Do I miss a day on certain activities sometimes? Yes. The last couple of weeks, have I missed my personal physical fitness activity exercise routine? Absolutely, positively. Because my priority is ensuring that my granddaughters have an awesome couple of weeks while their folks are away, and that they're well taken care of and loved, etc. That's my number one priority through this period of time. So our idiom, our expression today for Supersize Your Business was to hit the books. Now, this one always reminds me of school and then college and studying and learning new things in corporate America, or for my own businesses, doing my due diligence, researching. I like to research things. I'm curious about topics. I love to dig into them. And I more often than not have to remind myself that I don't have to know it all or figure it all out myself. I just need to have a broad understanding and framework by which to make choices and decisions, ask for help, decide if it's the right move for me, or the right subject, or the right topic, or the right plan, or the right project, and then do my due diligence with respect to who I want to work with, who I will and will not work with, who is a good fit for me and for the people that I serve is always my filter. So hitting the books brought back some nostalgia and some fun memories of, all-nighters, hitting the books before an exam, topics that we've studied in depth and never done anything with, or had very limited experience with. I think of all the years I spent learning German and the German language, and I've only ever had like a handful of times to actually use that knowledge. So guess what happens when you don't use it? You get really, really rusty and you lose it. Now, I think if I were to go to Germany and spend a week or so, I would pick up a lot of what I know, because it's still in my brain somewhere. It's just tucked away and hidden for lack of use and lack of recency. But I'm sure it's like anything else we've learned or know. It's in there. We just have to find a way to find it. So curious today, what are you working on? What are you curious about? What are you studying? What are you hitting the books about? Or what would you like to hit the books about? Guess what? It's up to you. You get to decide what you want to do, what you want to learn, what you want to be in this life. And people can influence us or try to influence or try to curtail us, but it's ultimately up to us to decide, what are we going to do? What do we want to learn about? What do we want to study? What do we want to know? What do we want? Ultimately, it's about what do we want in our lives, and are we moving toward it, or are we making excuses and moving away from it? Sometimes I make excuses and I don't move toward my goals, but that's why I set myself up for success by creating routines and habits that ensure that even on the days I don't feel like it, I am moving toward my ultimate goals and objectives. And if you'd like to know more about that, hit me up and ask, because I love sharing how I do that. It's probably different than most people, because each of us have to take things that we learn and make them our own. Next Get Up and Go Challenge, August 1st. I want to add some tweaks and do some different things with it, but with the kids the last couple of weeks, I have not even thought about it. Hasn't even entered my conscious mind, but I'll work on that once their parents get back. If I can help you anyway, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow to let you know what I'm working on as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world and then back again. Have an awesome day.